I just wanted to make this video for all of you guys because officially 2.5 years ago on the dot, January 18, 2024, I had quit my first ever job that I got. That's literally why I'm making this video. And I know it's a complete different style from all the videos that I have been making on my channel, but might as well start, giving out some learning lessons for, my viewers and each and every one of you out there. The whole point of me sharing this experience, pretty much I just thought of the idea, is that a lot of people who message me and they're always saying that, how did you do it, this and that, they always have this concept behind their mind that there's something special about the person who made it. And the truth is, no one's special. I'm not special. No multi-millionaire or billionaire that you see out there is special. Nobody in this world got anything handed to them besides those trust fund kids, but we're not talking about them, right? We're talking about the real hardworking people who came from nothing and made a name for themselves. Now, I'm not saying that I made, this big impact in the world and this huge difference and, I've officially made a name for myself. No, I still got a long way to go. But the point is I'm still working to get there. And the point that I'm making here is that anybody can make it. 2.5 years ago, I quit my first job, which, if I'm thinking about it now, it was kind of a bad idea because, within a month, I was already doing DoorDash, a month and a half after, just to get some money in, right? While I was running out, trying to make some other businesses on the side, as well as trading work, because trading was always the main priority. But that's the point, is that I came from basically a lower middle class family, and I made it work. If you told me 2.5 years ago that I would be in the position that I am in today because I worked for it, and I worked my ass off harder than anyone that you could possibly ever think of, I wouldn't believe you. That's the truth. I really, really would have a hard time believing you. Even though, keep in mind, even though growing up as a child, I always knew that I had to make something of myself, that I had to do all the work necessary to become the man I wanted to be, I still wouldn't have believed that you would have told me that. Like, I always knew deep down inside that I would have made it. I always knew that without a doubt, no matter what happens, I will make it in the end, because I will never quit. I will never, no matter how much times you fail, I'll always try again. That's the whole point. And failures are fine. Quitting is what's not fine. You can fail as many times as you like, but as long as you keep trying time and time again, within a certain period, you will make it in the end. And that's what I always knew. Now, I wouldn't have expected you to tell me that I would have been able to do it 2.5 years later on the dot. No, absolutely not. And the truth is, the version that you see of me today with the money and everything, I didn't grow up with all this money. I started making this money, a good sum of money, around a year ago, when I was like 18 on the dot. There's nothing special out of me. There's nothing special out of all these, celebrities and multi-millionaires that you see online. There really is no difference between you and them. And you can make it, and you can do way much more and way much better than anyone that you can possibly think of. You just have to sort of restructure the way that you think, the way that your brain operates. That's literally what you have to do. I kid you not. If you wake up every single day and you put in the work from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to sleep, within 6 months, you would look back on you and you would, how can I word this good? You wouldn't even believe it. Like, you yourself, you would be working so hard every single day that those 6 months would not only fly by, but when you look back at them, you'll be like, what the fuck? How did I do this? Because your whole life will change. All you need. I know everyone says that they try to sell you to their course or their mentorship, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to keep it honest with you. No matter what it is, if it's trading, business, whatever, if you want to master something, give yourself 6 months of dedication. That's all you need. 6 months of you showing up every single day, putting in the work, putting in the hours, the days, the weeks, the months necessary to get there. And within 6 months, your entire life can change. That's all I need to tell you. And if you can do that, and if you can show up every day, I'm not talking about showing up, giving 90%, 95%. Oh, no, now you're gonna break, and now you're gonna go doom scroll on TikTok or Instagram. No, I'm talking about genuine hard work and effort that you're gonna be putting in every single living second that you're awake. If you do that within 6 months, I guarantee you, you'll look back at your previous life. Because it is a whole different life. You'll look back at your previous life and you'll be like, how the fuck did I do that? And that's what nobody's telling you. And there's a reason why nobody's telling you that, especially all these, rich people. They're not telling you that because they don't want you to compete with them. That's it. Now, the reason I can tell you it is because you can't compete with me. I don't mean that in an arrogant standpoint. No, I mean that because, like, I'm a trader. Like, if you join the stock market, okay, what does that have to do with me if you start trading? Like, there's no competition between you and another person when you're a day trader. It's just you versus yourself. That's what I mean by, you can't compete with me. I don't mean it from an arrogant standpoint of, like, I'm better than everybody, because I'm not, actually. I'm really not. I just wake up every morning thinking, how can I better myself? How can I be better than the version I was yesterday and the day before or the week before? Because every single day that you're awake, you might as well try to improve. It fascinates me the amount of people who walk this earth and they have so much potential, but they don't give a fuck about it. Like, why else were you put on this world? To just wake up, sleep, eat, fuck around, rinse and repeat? Like, you have to have a genuine purpose behind you in order to get up every single day and put in the work. That's the truth. I hated my life like so many years ago, right? I hated it. I despised waking up every day. I had to go to work. I had school to deal with. I was sleeping maybe 2-3 hours a day. I had a bunch of personal things, but I'm not even going to talk about that. So you have all of these things. Like, I hated it. There was periods where I genuinely did not want to wake up the next day. But was I ever going to end it? No, because I ain't a bitch. Sure, I'll say that. I'm really not. But on top of that, my parents worked too fucking hard every single day. Taking me to school, doing this and that. Making sure that I'm being healthy. I'm doing healthy, and I'm doing better, and I'm improving every day. They put in the work for me. And so some people walk around this world and they have this ignorant, arrogant standpoint of, oh, they're like, you're not doing it for nobody else. Like, oh, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I just have to prove it to myself. Sure, that's a good standpoint to have. You have to prove it to yourself. But on top of that, you owe it to everyone before you who brought you to this planet. Now, there's some people who are going to come along and they're going to sit with the argument of saying, oh, but I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to be born. You can say that, yeah, but guess what? You're fucking born, so man up, or woman up, whatever. Man up, you're a grown adult. What else are you gonna do now? Like, okay, you didn't ask to be born, but you're alive. And you wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for the people who took care of you. So, are you just gonna end it? I'm not sure if I can even say that on fucking YouTube. Are you just gonna, and just give up like a little bitch? Or are you actually gonna get up every single day and put in the hard work necessary and prove it to yourself, your family, your friends, your girl, your wife, whatever you have, your kids? Are you actually going to put in the work necessary and prove it to them and show them the lifestyle that you've always talked about? Because there's so many times that I can at least think of. I'm not even going to talk about your guys' lives and whatever you guys are dealing with, because I know I've dealt with a lot of it. There's so many periods where you're going to say your dreams, you're going to say what you want to achieve, you're going to say your goals, and the amount of people who will laugh at you and doubt you is exponential. Like, still to this day, I still have people doubting what I tell them, my goals. Like, I'll sit along here and I'll tell them, oh, I would love to make $1 million. I am going to make $1 million every single day. That's it. Like, that's billionaire status. It is. And I'm going to do it. And so many people still laugh at it, even though time and time again, I've proven the fact of me, a couple years ago where I was making $9.20 working at a Tim Hortons. I still remember it was $9.20. And that was before taxes. So you can imagine after taxes. Working there, working at school, doing everything, studying at night, doing trading. Like $9.20 an hour to making, I'm not going to say the number, but to making like someone's yearly salary almost every single day. Like, the amount of money out there is exponential. Like, there's people who make way much more than you could possibly think of, and they're not even on Google, and you can go search up their net worth. There's so many people in the background, in the back end of everything, who are taking all the money. And if you're sitting here and you're telling me you can't even get 0.001% of that, like, how are you gonna have that limiting belief, that mindset of, oh, I can't do it? Because you're just like, you're a loser at the end of the day. You're just limiting yourself. And that's how it is. Your brain does limit you at the end of the day. It does. It does. Your brain limits you, and it puts up all of these barriers around you telling you can't do it. But at the end of the day, you don't have control over anything in this world, except for one thing. You don't have control over the weather. You don't have control over your family, your friends, how people speak of you. You don't have control of no, actually, I was going to say the wrong thing. I was going to say how you present yourself, but you do. You don't have control over that. You don't have control over anything that doesn't include you. You don't have control over it, essentially. The only thing that you have control over in this world is one thing, and that's your brain. If you can't control your own brain, you can't tell your brain what to do. You can't tell your brain to control you how to trade, when to not click a button on a screen. If you can't control your brain to tell you how you want to feel. If you can't control your brain to discipline yourself, to go to the gym and to trade and to do this and everything on time every single day, to show up every single day. You can't control your brain to help you represent yourself better, be a good human being. If you can't control your own brain, how the fuck do you expect yourself to achieve all of your goals and become this mega successful entrepreneur or whatever it is, whatever field that you're going into? If you can't control your own brain, how do you expect to go out in the real world and achieve all the things that you're saying and all the things that you dream and aspire for? Because I'll tell you right now, you can't. If you can't control your own brain, your own thoughts, and your own body and actions and discipline, well then how can you expect? You can't. You literally can't. And I'm just going to be completely dead honest with you. You need to learn. You need to study yourself. You need to study your weaknesses and your strengths. You need to learn to control them. When to let them out, when to let out your strengths, and when to make sure that you're not letting out your weaknesses, to cover it up. Because there are people in this world who will slither through your way, they'll slither through, and they'll wait for your weaknesses or your strength, and they know their advantages and their disadvantages, and they'll take advantage of you when the opportunity comes. So you need to learn them. That's literally it. There's nothing in this world stopping you from achieving, all these dreams and goals that you had. The only thing that's stopping you is your own limiting belief and your own mindset. You need to work on your mindset in order to achieve everything that you aspire for. You do that, you put in the hard work, give it at least 6 months, and you'll look back at yourself after those 6 months, and you'll be like, wow, I improved a lot. And doing that, looking back at yourself and seeing the improvements, now you're motivated. Even though I hate the word motivation, but now you truly are. You're motivated. You're motivated, and you want to keep on going. Because I'll tell you right now, when you're losing, it's hard to keep going. However, as soon as you start winning, you always want to show up. It's just like this. It's like what's that thing? It's like a snowball effect. You're winning, right? You don't want to stop. It's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't want the hill to end up becoming steeper. I mean, you want it to be steep. Sorry, you don't want it to curve back up. Is what I meant, right? Because then you lose your momentum. You want it to keep on going. Because the more it keeps on going, the bigger it's gonna get. Once you're winning, your motivation is endless. That's literally the truth. It's endless. You just want to show every single day. You want to do the work. There's nothing stopping you, and that's basically it. Let me get my drink. My throat's clogging up. But yeah, that's literally why I wanted to make this video. It's just officially 2.5 years ago, I quit my first job. Did I still get jobs after that? Yes, I did. I'm just talking about my first ever job. I worked from there when I was 14 years old, all the way until 2.5 years ago where I quit, right? But that doesn't mean that I was making the money right away. Absolutely not. That was January 18, 2024. Right now, today, we're in June 18, 2026. The version that you see of me didn't exist until maybe 1.5 years ago, 2 years. Because when I quit, I had some idea of I can make this trading work, because I officially took one payout, and it was honestly a stupid decision of me, thinking that one payout was going to change my entire life, and it's not. And I remember I took that first payout, and what did I do with it? I kid you not. I mean, it wasn't that much money. It was just from one account. It was like $750, something like that, right? I literally spent it all on what? I spent it on a VR headset and a bunch of DoorDash that I wouldn't even finish back then. I still remember. It wasn't even food where you would eat. No, it was DoorDash. I was DoorDashing everything. Snacks, drinks. Okay, fucking food, everything. My shoe's getting loose. Like, this literally, like, when you get your first payout, you don't want to blow it. You don't want to blow on some dumb shit. You want to use it to scale. Every single thing whatever business that you start, the first amount of money that you get, you don't want to ruin it. You want to just reinvest it into your business, into your company, whatever it is that you're putting your hard work into. Don't fall into that mindset of like, oh, I need to go, I'm doing all this for all the materialistic things. Like, I could care less. Like, this car, sure, it's nice, yes. I don't really care about it that much. It's just a car. People look at it in the street and they're like, wow, it's nice. I say I don't care. But I see a Lambo out there and I'm like, wow, that's a nice Lambo. You see, the point is that I'm making, and now the Lambo driver's like, oh, he sees the Bugatti. He's like, wow, that's a nice Bugatti. The point that I'm making is that with these materialistic items, you're never going to be grateful for them. You'll be grateful for them for the week, for a month. But besides that, you'll stop caring for it. Because the truth is, these don't matter. These Red Seas don't matter. They don't. This watch doesn't matter. The bracelet, they don't matter. They really don't. So you need to change your goals. You need to change your goals from thinking that, oh, I'm doing it for all these materialistic items. Because you shouldn't be. I'll tell you right now, you shouldn't be. You should have something deeper. I'm not going to share why I did what I did. It was a whole lot of personal things happening in my life. But you should make something personal. You like, people tell you, oh, don't take it personal. No. You should have those events where you do take it personal. Because as soon as you take it personal, now you got an issue with yourself and you got to solve it. Take it to heart. Work on it. See how you can improve it. Don't take it personal and hate the other person that said it to you, or, that caused that pain inside of you. Don't take it personal from them. Take it personal on yourself. Like, why am I that way? Like, genuinely. Work on yourself. That's the truth. Why not? Like, why don't you take it personal? Like, why not you at the end of the day as well? On top of that, why can't you make it? People sit here, oh, why do you want to put in all this hard work? Why do you want all this money? It's not even for the money, but why do you want all this money? Why do you want this success? Why do you want this car? Why do you want, to travel? Why do you want this? Why not? Right? Why don't you want to see how much money you can achieve in this world? Why don't you want to see how much countries you can travel to? Why don't you want to see the physique that you could possibly build that God gave you? All this potential He's given you, and you just want to throw it away in the trash. Like, why not see everything that you can achieve? Why not see, how good of a woman you can marry, or a man that you can get, blah, blah, blah. Why not see, these kids that you can create? Why not see their best version of themselves? Because I guarantee you right now, once you get children, if you want children, I don't see the point why you wouldn't, but we're not going to get into there. Once you get children, you'll want them to do their best and achieve their best in their life, right? But you got to remember, you're also somebody else's child, so why don't you want to do that to yourself? I don't know why that recording just ended. I think it was just the flash was overheating, whatever. As I was saying, why don't you want to do that for your parents at the end of the day? They put in all this hard work for you, and you don't want to show them your best, your potential. You don't want to make your own parents proud, your family, your friends, anyone that believed in you, and you don't want to prove those wrong who didn't believe in you. Like, I don't want to ramble on too much longer. This video is already long enough, clearly, because the flash was overheating. But you guys got the point. You guys should have gotten the point of this entire video. I summed it up time and time again, is that if I could make it, why can't you? Change your mindset. Change your frame of how you view this entire world. Put in the hard work. Discipline yourself. Quit looking for that motivation and all that bullshit. Just fucking do the work. Just show up every day, whether you like it or not, and watch how your life will change. That's what I'm genuinely telling all of you guys. You just need to show up every single day. Now, excuse also the lighting. I forgot to mention that part. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I mean. No one's gonna come save you. That's what you need to realize. That's what I realized a long, long time ago. No one's gonna come pull you out of bed and say that you need to do this. And actually, matter of fact, not even that. No one's gonna come every single morning, wake up and say, oh, I need to work harder so that so-and-so gets his dream car, so that so-and-so can retire right away, so that so-and-so can travel. Nobody's going to do that for you. Nobody. You need to do it for yourself. Whatever you want in this world, you're going to have to wake up and work hard for, no matter what it is. And that's what you need to realize, that absolutely nobody in this world is going to come save you besides yourself. Not your dad, not your mom, not your brother, sister, not your cousin, nobody. You're the one who needs to put in the hard work. And the sooner you realize that, you know, the better it is for your future. Because you'll never regret starting earlier. You'll always regret not starting earlier, right? If you could start earlier, you'll be 10 miles ahead of everybody else. But that doesn't even matter because the competition isn't with anybody else. It's only with yourself. Focus on what you actually want in this life. Put in the hard work. Change the frame and the mindset that you have of how you view this world, and watch how your life will change. That's all I ask of you. 2.5 years ago, I was working. 2.5 years ago, I quit my first job. And you think I would have expected where I am today? Absolutely not. But I took that leap of faith, of believing in myself, and you need to do it as well. That's basically going to wrap up this entire video. I don't want to ramble on too much longer. Control yourself. Put in the hard work, and watch how your life will change. Matter of fact, let me give you guys a quick rev for the end of this video, okay? Alright, first off, we're going to put it in Z mode for you guys. Look at that. Alright, let me go outside. See how we're going to frame this. I've been sitting inside this car for fucking knows how long, but I'll give you guys a good view at least. Not sure if that's decent. I'm going to move it at least a little bit more. That's good. Right. 1 point is no top. Well, at least you guys know what this whole entire video is about. Again, hopefully my phone doesn't fall because I don't have a case. Make sure you guys follow your dreams, discipline yourself, put in the hard work for at least 6 months, and watch how the entirety and your entire life and future will change ahead of you. Like, genuinely, just put in the hard work. I believe in you guys. You guys just need to start believing in yourself. Okay, everybody? See you guys in the next video.